in excess of 10 million.
Where are you? Y'all didn't share this live yet. Y'all just come back and y'all didn't share this live yet. What y'all waiting for? We were almost 800 just now. Y'all gonna make Jack Dio them knock we off the air? Share the live. That's what y'all gotta do. Share the live. Call a friend, tell a friend. I'm back. We're back. Let me play some more drums. When we get up to 600-700, we're gonna continue this gap. Because we can't let these banners win, you know. Wall strain and share the life. getting there slowly but surely. We will get there. Morning again. Thank you for staying tuned. We can't wait forever. What we gonna get? We gonna talk. We gonna do back the same program too. Tomorrow ourselves we gonna do back. Oh, tomorrow is Black Times. But I'm promising to revisit the same topic. Now let them set me up. So I was saying. Oh, and let me clarify quickly because Miranda seems as though she wants some feathers in her cap that she doesn't deserve. The Robin that hosted Jagdio at his place, note I said his place. The Robin that hosted Jagdio is not Robin Simon. Robin Simon lives in Haslington. I said Robin's place in Vigilance. Right? Good. So keep that in mind. You see, when you do things in their favor, they like give you platitudes. So Miranda say, Lady Robin. Otherwise, Robin would be something other than Lady Robin. But that's the reality. Nevertheless, I'm saying, seems like I get funny anyway. I want to disturb the program again to go for fun. Anyhow, GP Hell. Is it coincidental that this blackout came just when I'm mashing people's corn? When Miranda ran out of the closet to jump to the defense of Jagdio? You can deal with it just now. Share the life. Listen, it's getting really, really warm. I'm going to get my fan, man. Y'all bear with me. That's how they got us. But we can win. We can't lose. Yes! I don't like the sound. Yes, so getting a little cool here now. You know, it's funny that in this modern day, despite you get air conditioning and so on, you gotta run and get a fan. Right? You gotta run and get a fan. Because it's blackout. I don't know what you ever shift not telling me about. Anyhow, what we talking? So Jagdio came to Buxton. And I like temerity to tell black people, I ain't come to Buxton for problems. I want a problem. I come for help Buxton people. I come for help y'all. I come for help y'all. So y'all are a special bunch of idiots. Y'all are a special bunch of the bad people. I can't help you out through the regular channels. The agencies of state can be made to function so y'all could get help without having to bow down to me like God. I gotta come and help y'all. So y'all gonna worship me as provider and savior. But some of us are so small-minded, so narrow-minded, so myopic that we can't recognize the strategy. And that is why I have to talk about the strategy. Let's fast forward to the other part of this video. When the young people talked about jobs, Jack Dio say, y'all talking about jobs? What jobs y'all want? I can get y'all jobs. A steel bender carpenter says, I'm a steel bender carpenter. Put down your name and I can get a job by Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever he said. I gonna call one of my contractors. That's what I'm thinking in his head. I gonna call one of my contractors and I gonna let him employ you to show that I can get you a job, to show that I have your interest at heart. But my government will not ensure that the agencies of state, the employment agency, the Ministry of Labor, for example, functions that if I am out of a job, I can go to the agency and say, I am looking for a job in this field or that field. Can you point me to a direction? No. The agency must not function because Jack Dio must be God. And black people must genuflect to Jack Dio to get a job. And so y'all see the behavior? I said once you feed us straight up, it gonna start show your loyalty. And so Jack Dio said, put on your name and I gonna get your job by next week. And what did we hear? Yay! The saviors come. We praise our oppressors. We allowing them to oppress us and then offer us an olive branch. And so we pulling you up. Huh? But we falling for the three-card trick. Well, I point out what the three-card trick is right now. I'm not saying don't take the land. I'm not saying don't take land. We all are entitled to a piece of the land in this country. You get it, take it. Don't let people pull wool over your eyes and let them and make you believe that they're your savior. You're rightfully deserving of part of the patrimony of this country. So Jack, you're doing you a favor. The PPP is not doing you a favor. He didn't come to help you. Jack Dio was not in the African Guyanese communities to help black people. He was there to save himself from the PPP. Because the more black people he can beat to the ground and then lift them up and get into the psyche as a savior, the more black votes he will attract. The more black communities he can go to right now and offer jobs and get people employed, the more black votes he's likely to attract. Not because he's genuinely doing it, but he's messing with your psychological, your psyche. He's going to use that to ensure he drops a wedge between you and the clan, you and the wider African community, you and the wider oppressed community. Because he do for me. Remember what I said the black man said in America? They don't treat me, so they just do things to me. That's the words they're using. And so instead of standing together to confront the wickedness, we got divided pockets of people. That's the psychological warfare going on. I hope you're recognizing it. Miranda say he's removing the red tape. You want to remove the red tape? Let the agencies of state function. You don't have to go into the communities to remove the red tape. You don't have to micromanage the services of the state to remove the red tape. You simply have to let the agencies of state function. Let PSS do PSS job instead of politics. Let them be the chief executive officers of their agencies and their ministries and so on, and function according to the laws of Guyana. Hold them accountable for that, and you will see the removal of red tape. But if Jagdeo has to go into the communities to deliver services, Jagdeo is himself creating that red tape. Bureaucracy and red tape. You hear talk about bureaucracy and red tape? Take a minute out and Google bureaucracy and red tape. Sometimes I can't, when I read certain comments on Miranda, really just got to go to certain adjectives. No one wants your vote. What are you saying? You're running scared of progress or what? I am not running scared of progress. Am I lighting oppression? Am I lighting oppression? I'm repeating it here. Quite frankly, so long as Guyana is run with good governance, I don't care three hoots who run the country. So long as people are treated fairly in this country, systems are working, I don't care who run the country. But at this juncture, I know the PPP is not good for Guyana. Because they're doing a piss poor job. Piss poor job they're doing. So, they're not removing red tape by coming to your community and say, give me your application and I will get you your land. Tell me where's the skill, I will get you your job. They're enslaving you. They're messing with your mind. They're entrapping you. You want to help the people? Let the system work. And let the system work without interference. I know they got some Boxorian contractors, young and old, who sing in the praises of Jagdeo. Why? Because Jagdeo withdrew the tenders for the roads in Buxton to be done, and instead of it going through the correct process of tendering and everybody apply, what would I say, submitting a tender, everybody bidding, and may the best man win. He said, you and you are going to get you out this road, that road, and the other road to do. So that you have to walk around with a chip on your shoulder and say, yeah, me's a contractor. Jagdeo give me contract. Jagdeo is a good man. So like I said, That behavior is not saving, it's not helping people, it's not helping Buxtonians or helping anybody. It is saving the PPP and Jack Dio. Why? The fact-finding team is coming. And when the question asks what has been done for or in African Guyanese communities as part of the developmental trust of Guyana, they ain't got nothing to show. They ain't got nothing to show. And so they're running around like headless chicken that need a boiling thread. Fish out the water. And they run into all of these African Guyanese communities now to say, I come to help y'all. I come to help y'all. Well, I am saying they ain't come to help y'all. They come to save themselves. Or help themselves. To continue to oppress you at the end of the day. Keep that in mind. Listen out for when the fact-finding mission arrives. Because they're going to be going to some black communities. I know they're coming to Buxton. And Jack, you know that Buxton is one of the places that they would come. Jack, you knows Buxton is one of the places where the fact-finding mission will come. And so what he does? He runs out in front of them and say, hey, yeah, y'all take this shut your mouth. Abusers. Abusers. Beat up the wife. And then go buy her a pretty dress. I love you. I come to save you. I love you. I come to make you pretty. Go to the hair salon and do your face and do facial and do your hair. And so I look this dress. So you're going to hide your bruises. You're going to hide your bruises. And I will carry you on my arm, knowing very well that you're battered and bruised physically and mentally. But it makes me look good because you look good. That's what Jack doing here. Run out in front of them. Let me go to Buxton. Let me go to Dazzle. The fact-finding mission, they're going to go there. Let us buy their silence. I can only highlight the ploy. It is for people to react to it. It is for people to react to it. And that is why when I highlight the issues, you think blackout was the only issue just now? Why do you think I had to restart the program? Because once I went and get the generator, they do the usual trick. But I can't be daunted. I can't be daunted. We have to be woke. We have to stay woke. It's 8:30. There are other parts of this video that I would like to analyze and talk about. But I usually like to give you your say. The lines are opened. Let's talk about egoism, narcissism, God complex, and the stray dog theory. I don't know if there's such a theory, but I calling it that theory, the stray dog theory. You see a stray dog on the road. Sometimes, and let me twist it up for you. Sometimes you yourself is responsible for where that dog is. You yourself responsible for where that dog is. But then you go like the savior. You go like the savior. To get into the mind of the dog by feeding it and buying loyalty. Call it life or cultivating, whichever one you want to call it.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you and all my black brothers and sisters in Guyana there. Well done, my beloved son, who I'm well pleased. You're going to tear them up with knowledge. With your knowledge, you're going to tear the PPP them up from now till election. And I am saying again, you are qualified to be the next Prime Minister of Guyana. And Mr. Paul Slow is qualified to be the next Minister of Home Affairs. Let Flash Garden move on. I just always said, Jagdeo is not a politician. Jagdeo do not rule Guyana as a politician. He rule Guyana as a politics. That's all he do, politics. And I do hope the boxing people listen to you and be careful. Don't fall in that trap. I got a bombshell this morning for drop. But first of all, let me ask you about Miss Rhonda. Is she okay? Because I missed her voice couple morning.
Yeah, she's okay. I got a message from her last night.
So you okay?
Yeah, I got a message from her.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Now, it is time for black people, black parents alone cry out for any dead concern from them army daughter, from them soldier son and soldier daughter. When the government changed, Flash Garden saying to the opposition leader that when you take office, you have to change the law that each and every young must recruit for going to the army, because there will be a crisis and it's time for we change the page. You will recruit them from 21 years to 30 or 40. Which one the opposition leader will take? Because he had the first and the last saying. But we have to recruit young. So the East Kenyan children, they must have to learn to go and fight for that island. What they benefit from and enjoy now. The Chinese that are born there too, they must go in there, make law from 21 years. We have to start build foundation with army. Not only black men alone must go to represent the country and the citizens them. Where we get Portuguese children, Polish children, Chinese children, born with that much born, white children, American children. No, the system never changed. From the age of 21, Muhammad Ali did not go because Muhammad Ali has a point when America bring out that law. Because he said, hey, I must go for fight. My brother, you guys calling me nigger. Let me call me nigger. And you know what? The law passed, he got to go to jail. I spent some time for that. And Guyana must have this, they must change that national way. Black people alone must not go and protect the border. From the age of 21 to 30 or 25, which one? The law must change, what will the government change? So the people that got to send them, kill them, and then go to jail. Enough is enough. I know I'm going to get blows this morning. If my son Tuanal have to go, he got to go. Because when the law passed that Guyana, that place belongs to Guyana and Guyanese, Venezuela will not rest in peace. So we have to prepare for them, and we have to get more body, more choices. So we got to recruit them from now, when the government change. So let Jagdeo protect them, that must change. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your call. For those of you who saying the fact-finding team has left, there's a difference between the fact-finding teams and the visitors to the government. A team of New York lawmakers, if that is what we call them, visited this country. They visited the government. I saw a photo with at least one of them in a blue gift bag. I wonder what is in the blue gift bag. It might be hush money. But there's an independent team that is coming to Guyana. They're not representatives of the American government per se. They are senators and so on, lawmakers and so on. But they're coming independent to talk with the government of Guyana, talk with the opposition, talk with the society. And then they will compile their report and submit it. They will share it with the Black Caucus, they will share it with the Senate, they will share it with the White House, whatever. So there's a difference. So Miranda, don't rest easy. Chevnat or Chevraj, don't rest easy. It ain't over till it's over. Call it life.
Good morning, Kadaki. Man, you have pleased my heart with your explanation this morning to enlighten those who refuse to be enlightened. Now, I know for a fact that when nature goes against a man, there is very little he can do. Jagdio and the PPP has done black people's community so much egregious things that time is not sufficient on their hands right now to make things right. As you said earlier, they're jumping like fish out of water. All Jagdo is trying to do is to preserve his behind and the administration he runs. He doesn't care crap about black people. But the length of time they didn't do anything for those community, I doubt he can lay an impact now to mask the inabsence of actions for black people in those communities. But we know from historical past that there are always those weak souls amongst us who will behave like Jagdio is the gospel of truth and the gospel of assistance. This guy cares nothing about black people. And you have made it so abundantly clear by what you explained to them. And I don't know what the hell they have to look for to pick up this information that you're giving. You give it free. Free as a bird. Even if you don't think, you're putting them on a path where they can start thinking. What more do they have to see? When Jagdio took upon himself to left his office as vice president to go to those communities and be like, if this is the Messiah, I've just arrived, I'm going to help you. What crap is that? You don't have to be shrewd to see it's a gimmick. As soon as those communities left, fact-finding the team leave, it's going to be more draconian than it was before. So why they allowing themselves to be cajoled by a man who cares nothing about black people and poor Indians? This guy don't care anything about the country. All about himself, family and friends. What's the matter with us people in Guyana? What's going on with them? When are they going to open their eyes and see which direction the breeze is blowing? Or feel which direction the breeze is blowing? It's time, bro. What more you want? Some of you, if you take a belt and squeeze your belly, you will tear apart how Jagdio got you so fragile. And yet, you're going to be easily cajoled like if this man is the Messiah. This man's a crook. He's the most corrupt thing that we have ever seen or known in Guyana. No one comes close to him. So how suddenly this guy will be this nice because he cares? Give me a break. You have a wonderful time, man. And you just keep spreading that cogent message that you've been doing. Until you have a wonderful day, bro.
The lines remain open. 6225933 is the number to call.
Miss Amsterdam. These people ain't shame. These people ain't shame. Oh, blackout yesterday morning, blackout this morning, or they're trying to stop you from broadcasting. They can't stop because we got a thing named generator now these days. Generator, I guess the people them in Georgetown must you don't throw solar in the house. It's ridiculous and shameful. That is what they're supposed to get the act together, fix the light. But anyway, they can't throw me up and sit down here waiting patiently for it come back.
Good day, Kidaki. Good day, Kidaki. Good day. Thank you for all the good things you have been doing as far as informing us about what's going on and opening some knowledge to a lot of us who don't know. I listened to the show this morning, and just listening to it gives me pain. Why? Because I'm so worried about our people. I'm worried. I'm worried because they allow someone to come into our village who are our enemy. That's what the PPP party is. They are our enemy that don't like us. And you get this man come to your village and lie to you, and you people can't figure this out. Where y'all living? Where y'all living? Why will you listen to this man, people? What world y'all live in? This is 2023 and you don't know what's going on? I will not put my hands around that narcissistic demon. Never. Because energy do transfer. Energy do transfer. And then he's gonna come and lie to you about land. I applied for a land 2 years ago, and every time I go to inquire about it, it's like I've been disrespected by the people at housing. So this is all a facade. It's not real, man. Anyway, man, it's just hurting me just listening to this whole thing. It's I can't believe this. Anyway, man, keep doing the good work you're doing, man, and keep keeping us informed, and I hope that some of us is gonna get it, some of us may not. May the Creator help us. May the Creator help us. Thank you for taking my call, my voice note.
Thank you for that voice note. The lines remain open 6225933 is the line to call. You tune to the Guyanese Morning Time.
Kudos. Good morning, Kadaki. Good morning to the fellow viewers. Hey, kudos to you, bro. Beat the hammer, beat the nail, and the hammer. While they have the beat the nail with the hammer. You're right on point. That's why a lot of them, they're in Linden, they're fighting between themselves. All of them who will say themselves that Jabio is the God or whatever, and give them cash grant and get them dressed up in the red, they're fighting between themselves. They can't even, the highlighter talking all the business because all of them they're suffering, they know because they get the money and they never see the way. When they don't do all the little contracts, they ain't left with no money, they got themselves in debt, and they're fighting and talking up one another name and carrying news for one another. This is what's going on, corrupting now the black communities. You understand? And I glad how you're preaching it and beating it up, beating them with all the information. Because basically the parliamentarians are doing nothing. They ain't going wrong and highlighting and talking to the people in the community. And another thing, bro, exactly what you see happening there, it happening in the judiciary system. Like when the situation come out there where the people get their black and stuff. You hear who name call him? And once you hear the name, you could trace back. Quote it back from what Mark and stuff from them others talk over the year the other day there, you know what I mean? And Lincoln Lewis. Once I hear the name, I know exactly what's taking place there. You know, people in the judiciary now, the big ones in the judiciary now, kind of thing, selling the guns to their parties, bro. Tell you, man. But yeah, I gotta really work and educate the people, the poor class of people, because right now, people grabbing. It's like a drunken man, he clutching to a straw, to any straw. You know what I mean? And this is what them are playing there. You know? Later.
Good morning, Kadaki and listeners. As I was looking and listening at that tape, all I heard is we, make a list, right? So it was no longer a matter of
Hold the line.
the government of Guyana will do this or the government of Guyana will do that. No respect was shown for any structure and what it represents in that tape and in other clips that we would have seen over time. So the president and the second vice president, because that's what he is, runs all over Guyana making promises. And they do not represent the government as far as I'm concerned, because their language and their actions is not in keeping with what a government is supposed to be doing. What it represents is the I syndrome, right? Your explanation this morning was very key and very important to those persons who would react or respond, I should say, to what they do all the time. The money, or I should say the coffers of Guyana, do not belong to Jagdeo and Ali. It belongs to the people of Guyana. There's a parliament which is supposed to pass legislations based on the needs of the people. So exactly why are we paying all these people if they cannot do their job? Why are we paying them? As a matter of fact, why are we paying those misfits who is using the coffers of Guyana, which is supposed to be beneficial to every Guyanese, to do bad work, as we would say? Look at our roads. Look at those projects that we're supposed to have finished, and we still got to go back using another set of money to correct what has been done. Look at the projects that were started and this government is taking credit for. They tweak it to look good, but that's all it is, a tweak. It didn't belong to them in the first place. Guyanese need to realize when they are being insulted. Guyanese need to realize that most of the time their intelligence is insulted by these little actions of two particular persons, Jagdeo and Ali. Right? Now, for P. Shivnot and Omar, this is my personal comment. It has nothing to do with anyone else. You have fully exhibited your asinine propensities. Why exactly are there agencies if persons are going out there performing the functions of said agencies? Who can be more studious than those persons who come on every program to distract? But we see you. We see you. Guyanese, I beg of you, wake up and see the PPP government for who they are. There might be a few ones who do not exactly agree with everything that Ali and Jagdeo does. But until they can open their mouths and be honest with themselves, they will be tagged as the same type of person. Right? We see you, Jagdi Onali. We see you. My people, I want you to ask yourself, if that government, which is a sitting government, didn't do those things in 23 plus 3 or 2 more years, you think they're going to do it for you now? Those things that they are doing are favors. They're making it sound as favors. But really, it's the responsibility of any sitting government to take care of the people's needs. That includes employment, that includes housing, that includes the nasty system of health, etc. It's their responsibility. The honeymoon for the PPP is over ever since. So what they're doing now, they should have started off doing those things, not coming running around now to give an impression to those people visiting that they're doing something for black people. They ain't doing nothing. They want to give an impression, that's all it is.
Thank you for that voice note. It's now 9 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour on the 31st of October in the year 2023. Father, that noise.
Morning, Kadaki.
That noise.
Oh, hold on, I'm sorry.
The Guyana Medical Mission is going to be at Belgium Seventh-day Adventist Church today and at the Myconi Community Center. Right, today they are at Belgium Seventh-day Adventist Church and Myconi Community Center. So go out there and get your health checks. Call your life.
You hear me better now?
Yeah.
Good morning. I couldn't call yesterday, but all those things that you were outlining yesterday, connection between people in the judiciary and people, all the connection and the business connection that, me. You know who's my number one lady? One of my number one ladies, Mother Winnie Mandela. And it's things like these make her take action to get, like top police people, judges, don't matter of color, people in government, don't matter of color, farmers, don't matter color. She started making sure that they go missing. A lot of people think, it's outside pressure alone is what caused apartheid to be abolished. No. It's when the people see how many people start going missing and all of these underhand deals, all of these tenders, as South Africans call it, underhand tenders that went on, right, infuriated that woman and others. And this is time we eliminate a lot of people. It's time we eliminate a lot of people. And what is going on in Guyana? These youths that riding around with CD and those things and taking away young kids' phones and people laptop and people this and people that. It's not these children, you're supposed to be going behind. It's other people. The other people you're supposed to be going behind. And you could make a change, because the only system that they are part is the prison system. And unless people start taking on things radical in that place, they're going to find themselves, Lord, and what you're going to say, we don't find ourselves in the core of the earth. It is not right. It's time people start standing up and doing what they're supposed to do. Radicalism is calling for. Radicalism is needed. That's all I have to say.
Thank you for your call. The lines remain open. It's 6 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour. We can take another call. I think there's a voice note. Yeah, let me see if I can get it played.
Good morning, Mr. Amsterdam. Thank you for giving me the time this morning. Mr. Amsterdam, please don't beat up on yourself this morning. You should applaud yourself. It's because of your activism Mr. Jack Dio is responding. like for example, you were the only first one who started with the contractors in Buxton. Because of your activism, they get jobs. House lots is the same thing. Because of your activism, no jobs for the ordinary people. So once again, I really want to thank you for your activism and the things that you're doing for Buxton. That's why Mr. Jack Dio is responding. He's listening to you, Mr. Amsterdam, and you should be proud about yourself with what you're doing. Thank you so much, Mr. Amsterdam.
Thank you for that voice. No, thank you for that reassurance, if I can call it that. Let me tell you something. I'm not beating up on myself. I'm not ashamed of me. In many instances, I'm ashamed for my people. That's what I'm ashamed of. Because the more you educate, the more you organize, the more you try to show them what's wrong, the more a lot of them are prepared to sell their souls. So it's not me. And you know something I usually say to people? You know what is painful? When you see the educated among you, or those who you believe are educated, or those who appear to be educated, those who are in your communities appearing to be leaders, or the younger generation are looking up to them, behave in a certain way. They make it more difficult. They make it more difficult. Teachers, for example. Alright, we can give you $1,000 tap up in my phone. Are you for real? Have you been following the news? Don't you know what's happening in this society? Are you falling into such a trap? You're making some of us look like failures. We ain't teaching you nothing. We ain't showing you nothing. So, a lot of people say I beat up on myself. I'm not necessarily really beat up on myself. I'm not, for the first part, I don't think I'm about self. I don't always try to self-promote. It's not about me. It's about the greater good. And so I don't come here and talk about I this and I that and I want this and I get this and that. If the collective is not happy, how can I be? So thank you for your appreciation. Thank you for your encouragement. But most times you hear me, it's not me a beating. Right? Let's understand that. You know, I see some one of them, I can't remember the name. When we talk about this blackout business, saying, listen, I got blackout, but I'm not going to blame the PPP for blackout. Because blackout was there before the PPP. Come on. Be honest with yourself. Blackout was there before the coalition. Blackout was there before the PPP. Right? In the 80s, we became accustomed to jog lamp and so on because blackout was there. But in the 90s, efforts were made to fix blackout. The PPP bungled the job. They didn't do a good job. I think we had, I know we had an improvement from the 80s. But that improvement was not necessarily because of what the PPP did. It was because of the change of work conditions. It was easier for Guyana to access fuel to run its boilers and so on. It was easier for Guyana to access foreign exchange to buy spare parts. It was easier for them to get financial assistance to acquire generators. And so we saw improvements in the 90s. But then came 2015. And I dare say we really saw what the possibilities were. We saw what we were missing out on. Because in 3 short years, the coalition was able to fix the transmission lines, reduce line loss, made electricity more stable. Call on the line. Made electricity more stable, made it more available. Build brand new generating stations in some of the far off places in this country. Essequibo got a brand new generating station. They were drowning in blackouts. But here again, the PPP is back in office from 2020 and things have gone way back. Way back. Back to basics. Blackout morning, noon and night. Even where the new generating sets were installed under the coalition, blackout morning, noon and night. And you're telling me that you can stand with a straight face and a clean heart and defend the PPP's record? Something has to be wrong with this person. Caller, your life. Thank you for holding.
Morning, neighbor.
Morning.
How you do, boy?
Hi, dear.
You know, I noticed something. You know, I don't dare on them program, but if it used to happen, you would hear the people them talk, you know. Programs like Boardness and all the other programs that would support this wicked, vindictive, stinking, dirty government. You know, I don't notice like trolls this there on them station there, you know, on them program there. No trolls don't there because nobody are interested with them. All the trolls just come on the programs that were speaking the truth. You understand? And this come for stifle the conscience. And I want to ask you to do something, my brother. I want to ask you to do something because this person gaining a lot of grounds. I could imagine that when they done the gun smiling and this and that because they get attention. This same Miranda Brown. We don't give this Miranda Brown no space, no time, no attention on them thing. Don't make this Miranda Brown feel no comfortable that every morning make it dutiful come on because they know they don't get attention. Yeah, so let it go by Boardness and them please. And talk. Let it come on, let all the trolls come on and let it don't get no attention because they getting a fed in the cap. When the thing, I beg you, my brother. These program here, these program is what is be hearing the truth and get a lot of people who are here and interested in listening to the good vibes. If you check out first thing Miranda Brown, you don't know that Miranda Brown they under the shade. It's not no original. You don't know them. This number one. You don't know them. So I beg you, my brother, don't let me give this Miranda Brown no space and no time, no audience for look good on them things. Let us Miranda Brown just keep coming on and talk and text and talk stupidness and don't even pay it no mind because I know it's not a he and I know it's not a she neither. It's a in between, it's a shame. So let me don't what we are and get this Miranda Brown no time, my brother. This is all I ever say this morning.
Thank you for the call.
Giving me
I want to tell you all this. I've said it several times and I'm going to continue to say it. A lot of you believe when I address Miranda Brown, I'm addressing the person. I'm addressing the sentiments. I'm addressing those subliminal messages that person puts out there. Or that operative puts out there. Miranda Brown comes on this program and say the vice president is removing the red tape. I just watch that comment and move on, right? Why should I? To allow somebody to fall prey to that comment? No, I can't. As an educator, It has always been my mantra, and I know it has been my mantra of people before. There's no question like a stupid question, number one. And number two, you don't chase the quote-unquote dunce child out of the class. Every student, you pay attention to them, because what might be considered a stupid question from a student is a teachable moment for the educator. You take that child's stupid question according to them and you educate the class, including your child. Because here, the question that child asks or the statement that child makes might be one that 90% of the class wants to ask or make. But they're too afraid to ask or make that statement. And so they will benefit even from that child who asks the same stupid question. So when I address the Shivnaths and the Omars and the Bungs and so on, I'm not addressing them as individuals. I'm addressing their sentiments. I'm addressing those subliminal messages. The Vice President is removing the red tape. How does that sound? Sounds like a man for the people. But when I take the time to address it, I will explain to you that the Vice President creates the red tapes in the first instance. And then come to behave as though he is the savior for you. So you understand the gamble, you understand the three-card trick. So y'all stop. Every time people tell me, y'all drop me, don't, why you answering Miranda, why you answering Omar, why you answering this? I'm not answering them, I'm addressing the issues raised. Let's keep that in mind. Y'all have a good day. Tomorrow is Dr. Hines' day. We'll talk with Dr. Hines. Thursday I'm coming back with Strictly Business. Get your things ready if you want to benefit from this session. People have been asking me, I mentioned go online and look for the business registration form. People still asking me how you just register a business. Right? That's alright. We could deal with that. Once I get the opportunity, I will continue to analyze this tape from Buxton. Because one of the things I want to analyze is Jack Dio talking about the oil money and claiming that nobody was getting anything. And who is getting what now? I will also play alongside that video that everybody and the grandmother and auntie and child, everybody sending to me about with Brian Max. 10 million US a day or something to that extent. So if time permits in the course of this week, we'll deal with those things. But tomorrow I'm hoping to have Dr. Hines on, and I'm reminding you, I'm telling you that fact-finding team is soon to be here. Listen out for where they will be. Put your information together. I want people to go and talk about how they get dismissed because of the race. I want people to talk about how they didn't get contract because of the race. I want people to talk about how long they applied for land and were discriminated against. I see Miranda again saying no government entertains part payment for land and so on and so forth. Let people save up their money and go and buy land. I want people to talk about how the coalition government was facilitating them to get them out of poverty and dispossession, and the PPP destroyed their hopes and dreams. I want the Moko people to talk about how their livestock were buried alive, how their homes and homesteads were destroyed. Those are the things I want you all to keep me here to the ground. Here where the team is going to be, and come up with your information and your presence. Have a good day.